Within an hour of a Yellowstone supereruption, pyroclastic flows could race across the countryside and engulf the valley of Jackson Hole and the town of Livingston, some 50 miles away. Within a 60-mile radius, 90% of any remaining people would be killed. A few might be blown to pieces in the initial blast. Most would suffocate in the heat of pyroclastic flows. But this would just be the beginning. Blowing across the states would be the mother of all ash clouds, an aerial mountain of deadly particles and debris. Yellowstone National Park is the site of a recurring supervolcano. An eruption so large that if it happens again, it would destroy nearly everything within 60 miles. But what would happen next as a mountain of ash begins to spread and then fall? The Yellowstone supereruption could throw ash 15 miles into the atmosphere. The fallout could cover half the United States. 3 days after the eruption, the skies would be dark and deadly. From scientists' predictions, Naked Science has pieced together a picture of the country after 3 days of ashfall. At 6 times heavier than wet snow, wet ash would cause many roofs to collapse, clog up filters of cars, and ground aircraft across much of the western U.S. Any planes in flight would be in danger of crashing.
One topic dominates the news tonight. The bird flu pandemic sweeping the world has arrived with devastating results. 32 died today from the deadly virus, but by morning, health authorities fear that number will be in the hundreds. Thousands of people are being treated in hospital. Already, social order has broken down. There were riots at vaccination centers when stocks ran out. Gangs are roaming some inner-city streets as crime goes unchecked because the virus has cut police numbers by a third. The federal government is taking unprecedented...
They're all worked up today.
We've planned something extraordinary. Extraordinary and disturbing, that is. You recall what you said about how polar melting might disrupt the North Atlantic current?
Yes.
Well, I think it's happening.
Folks, we've hit some unusual turbulence. We've encountered a cloud layer that's abnormally high.
You all right?
Please remain.
He's afraid of flying.
The government has to start making long-term preparations now.
Jack, all you have is a theory.
It's been raining like this for 3 days now.
Mr. Vice President, if we don't act now, it's going to be too late.
I'm afraid that time has come and gone, my friend.
What can we do?
Save as many as you can.
Storm is just going to get worse.
What should we do?
I will come for you. Do you understand me?
If this virus, this H5N1 virus, learns to transmit human to human, it was going to be the worst bioterrorism event that we've ever known. This is natural bioterrorism, when nature becomes the terrorist.
You're looking at a catastrophe, and it's a catastrophe that is only dwarfed by one other possible event in the world, and that's the thermonuclear war.
The war against bird flu is being fought on two fronts. In the field, scientists go to the most remote corners of the globe to hunt down the killer disease in the birds that spread it.
This virus could become the first pandemic of the 21st century.
And in the lab, scientists bring the deadliest bird flu in history back to life in an attempt to stop a pandemic today.
This was one of the worst infectious disease outbreaks in known recorded history.
But the world has never seen anything like the current bird virus. Can modern science do enough, or has time already run out?
You can't quarantine wild birds, so that's the big catch. Where is this virus going to spread to next?
I don't know if any of you guys have heard about this article in the New York Times. Well, apparently, honeybees are just disappearing all over the country. Tens of millions of them. All right, let's hear some theories about why this might be happening. Nobody? You're not interested in what happened to the bees? Excuse all the teachers? The administration makes us teach with the foot of snow on the ground. What is this?
There appears to be an event happening.
Homeland Security and the CDC
has reported attacks. Boston, Philadelphia,
Maryland. White House officials claim the CIA has a defense against chemical weapons.
I don't understand what you're saying. She says everyone's dead outside.
What's going on?
We lost contact.
With whom?
Everyone.
The government's testing something there that went wrong.
The affected area now includes California.
Authorities are now feeling that the sheer numbers of attacks that a terrorist group being responsible is becoming less and less likely.
Science will come up with some reason to put in the books. But in the end, it'll be just a theory. We will fail to acknowledge that there are forces at work beyond our understanding.